Hello, folks. Happy Friday, September 10th. Doing a quick video. Some people have asked for some information in regards to the FDNY Fire and Life Safety Director course, which is a lot different than the fire guard course. Very, very different stuff. So you kind of have your fire guards, your FO1, your FO2, your FO3, your FO4, the whole alphabet soup of letters and numbers. And then you have the F89. That is the Fire and Life Safety Director's course. We're going to take a look at some of the information. When are they required? Where are they required? And the steps, sorry about that, to obtain that certificate of fitness, because it's a little different than some of the others. So let's take a look and see what we got here. So a Fire and Life Safety Director is a lot different. You have to take 31 hours of classroom training. That is the first step. The second step, you have to take a computer-based exam at FDNY. You have to complete that portion. And then the third and the final step, you have to take an on-site exam with the fire department inspector. So starting March 1st, 2020, only F89 and T89 certificate of fitness are authorized to perform the job of a fire and life safety director. The F85 is no longer valid. It's not a thing. Don't have to worry about it. But years ago, basically what happened is you took one course to be an FSD, and then you took another course to be an EAP director. Basically what they did now is they merged the two. So it's one big course focused on fire emergencies, non-fire emergencies, active shooter scenarios, and medical emergencies. So you can go to the fire department's website to get some details. You can get information about the fire code, notice of examination, the actual application, your verification letter, and I think this is the piece everybody wants a little bit more of information, the actual curriculum. So you can download this. It's free of charge to download, but you still have to go to the approved school for 31 hours, go to 9 Metro Tech to take the computer exam, and then you have to take the on-site. So it's very important that you get the approval from the building, because you can take the class on your own, no problem. You can go and get the letters you need for verification to take the computer test. But if you do not have approval from the building, you cannot schedule your own on-site exam. So very important, you've got to get a lot of people involved in this process. So if you look at the curriculum, it is a very big book. It is 466 pages of information. It's going to go over the qualifications. You have to meet certain requirements to become an FLSD. There's certain fees involved. You pay the training school, whatever their fee is. Some of them do it free of charge for their employees. Other schools charge. And as we go through the list, talk about the different things that are in the curriculum. So you are going to go over the comprehensive fire safety and EAP plans. A big part of the test, you need to know the BIC card, building information card, and the fire safety plan. You need to know legal requirements, very important, because you need to know the law. Well, what laws do you need to know? It's a good question. Local Law 5 of 1973, Local Law 16 of 1984, Local Law 41 of 1978, Local Law 58 of 1987, Local Law 26 of 2004, and the Americas with Disabilities Act of 1990. As an FLSD, you need to know the different laws that pertain to the position. Chapter 3 gets into the actual duties. What does the FLSD do? They are not going to put out the fire. They're not going after the active shooter. They will operate that fire command station. So they have to know that is their main responsibility, to be at the panel. They're responsible for training. They're responsible for drills. They need to understand some basics, firematics, the behavior of fire and heat transfer, the different stages of fire, building construction, Fire protection systems, big part of the exam, knowing the systems in your building. The different fire alarm systems and how they operate, the different smoke detectors, locations, duct detectors, power supplies, elevator operation. It's a lot. It's to be a lot. You do need to know a lot. You need to know sprinkler systems and standpipe systems. Also, if your building has a commercial cooking system, you need to know and understand that. Also, some of the other things that they need to know is hot work operation and impairments, whether the system is fully out of service or partially out of service. There are certain procedures that have to be followed. Then we get into the building specifics, different things about the specific buildings, elevators and readiness, maintenance, inspections, tests, signage is another big part. Understanding the HVAC system, the HVAC system is a big part of the course, as well as emergency power systems and battery backup. Know a little bit about the refrigerating systems for the building, commercial cooking systems, and other types of fire extinguish systems. Very important, need to know the different fire extinguishers that could be found on a job site. Flame resistant decorations. Another big thing with the fire department now is fumigation and insecticide fogging, bed bugs, spraying, things of that nature, because we don't want to create any unwarranted or unnecessary alarms. Also, the FLSD has to be familiar with different permits that are issued by the fire department. Permits are issued to the building, okay? Another big piece that they need to know is other certificates of fitness, C of F. Certificates of fitness are issued to people, and that could be for sprinklers and for standpipes and for battery backups, for hot work. They need to know those things. When there's work going on, we've got to keep track. Records is a big part of their job. They will also go over fire drills when we have wardens and deputy wardens and searchers and critical operations people. They need to be trained initially when they first start in the building, and there's annual training as well. Then the course kind of gets broken up, what to do for fire emergencies and what do they do for non-fire emergencies. Then the course gets broken up into active shooter, the ABC plan, avoid, barricade, and confront. Then it also gets broken up into medical emergencies. Then it goes into the site-specific on-site exam as we get to the end of the booklet and the course information. A lot of studying, a lot of reading, but the course is broken up in such a way that 20 hours are dedicated to general topics in fire emergencies, and 11 hours are dedicated to non-fire emergencies, active shooters, and medical emergency response. A lot of definitions as we go through this book, so you will need to become very familiar with terminology, with definitions, just kind of walking the walk and talking the talk. As we go through the booklet, you will see it's a lot, but it's broken up into small sections that can be easily digested for the students that go through the course. It's a big responsibility, the fire and life safety director's role. They are there to protect life and property. There are certain procedures that they have to follow. So I hope this information was helpful. If you want to get more information about the FDNY Fire and Life Safety Director course, feel free to go to their website, download the material, take a look at it. Wishing everybody luck.